everyone, welcome to Pep Coding. I hope you all are doing good. So today we are going to do one more question, and our question is print Fibonacci numbers till n. So what are these Fibonacci numbers? So before doing this question, I'll try to make you understand what are Fibonacci numbers. So let's do that first. So you have to keep one thing in your mind, that is first two Fibonacci numbers are fixed, that is 0 and 1. So by taking help of these two numbers, we will be able to get our Fibonacci series till n. Okay. Now one question may arise in your mind, that how we will able to get our Fibonacci series till n with the help of these two numbers. So it's very easy. Let's try to understand. If I want to get my next value, what I have to do is I have to take sum of last two previous values. Okay. So by taking sum of last two previous value, I will be able to get my next value. That will become 0 plus 1 will become 1. Again, to get my next value, I have to take sum of last two previous values. That is 1 plus 1. So I'll get 2 as my next number. Again, to get this number, I have to take sum of last two previous values. That is 1 plus 2. So it will give me 3 as my new number. Again, to get this number, I have to take sum of last two previous values, that is 2 and 3. So I'll get 5 as my new number. Again, to get this number, I have to take sum of last two previous values, that is 3 and 5. So 3 plus 5 will give us 8. So this way we will be able to get our Fibonacci series till n. I hope you have understood till now how to print Fibonacci series. So it's time to understand how we can code it. Okay. So as we all know, first two Fibonacci series numbers are fixed. So we will store our first Fibonacci number 0 in variable A and second Fibonacci number in variable B. Okay. So by taking help of these two numbers, I'll get my new value. So that is A plus B, and I'll store this value in variable C. Okay, so this is for first iteration. To get this number, what I have to do, I have to play with variables. See, now again I have to take sum of last two previous values. So for that, what I'll do, I'll store my C in variable B and B in variable A. So this way I'll get new value of A and B. So A will become 1 and B will become 1. So now I have to take this value. I will take sum of last two previous values, that is 1 and 1. So 1 plus 1 will give me 2, and again I'll get new value of variable C. So now my A is 1, B is 1 and C is 2. To get this value, what I have to do, again I'll play with my variables. I'll store my C in variable B and B in variable A. So this way I'll get my new AB. So A will become 1 and B will become 2. Again, to get new value of C, I have to take sum of last two previous values, that is 1 and 2. So 1 has stored in A and 2 has stored in B. So 1 plus 2 will give us 3. Okay. Now we have new value of C, B and A. Again, to get this value, I have to take sum of last two previous values. So my last two numbers are 2 and 3. So I'll store my B in variable A and C in variable B. So by taking sum of last two numbers, A will become 2, B will become 3. I'll get my new value of C. So A plus B will become 2 plus 3, 5. So this way I'll get my Fibonacci series till n. Okay, so let's try to code it. I know my first Fibonacci number is 0 and second Fibonacci number is 1. So I've stored my 0 and 1 in variable A and B. So to print my Fibonacci series till n, I'll take n from user. Now I'll take one for loop for I in range till n. I want to print my Fibonacci series till n, so I'll store my n here. Now I want to print value of A. Okay, why A? Because I want to print my Fibonacci series from 0, from the very beginning, and 0 is stored in A. After that, I'll play with my variables. So to get next value, I'll store a plus b in variable c. Now b's value will get stored in variable a and c's value will get stored in variable b. So let's run this code. Now you can see our output. We are getting our expected output 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, etc. So let's submit it. We are getting correct answer. So I hope you have understood how to print Fibonacci series. So let's dry run this code. Okay. So initially A is 0, B is 1. I want to print my Fibonacci series till 3. So I'll give value of n 3. Okay. Now I in range. So for first iteration, is it in range? Yes, it is in range because n is 3. Now print, then print A. A is 0 initially. Right? These two numbers have given to us. Now to get our next value, see, we have to perform this operation a plus b. So what we will get, a plus b, 0 plus 1, we will get 1. Now we have to play with variables after that. Now our b will get stored in a and c will get stored in b. So we will get our new value of ab. A will become 1 and b will become 1. Okay, now coming here. Now for second iteration, is it in range? Yes, it is in range. So print A. A is, our new A is 1. So 1 will get printed here. Okay, after that, to get new value of C, we have to take sum of last two previous values. So A is 1, B is 1, C will become 1 plus 1, 2. Okay, now we have got our new C, that is 2. A is 1 and B is 1. Now again we have to play with variables to get our next value. See, our C will get stored in variable B. So B will become 2 now and B will get stored in variable A. So A will become 1 now. So coming here again for third iteration, is it in range? Yes, it is in range. So print A. A is 1 now. So here we will get 1 as our 1 will get printed here. Okay. Again, to get new value of C, we have to perform this operation, right? Coming here, what we will get? A is 1 now, B is 2 now. So 1 plus 2 will become 3. Okay. Now, C will get stored in variable B. So B will become 3 and B will get stored in variable A. So A will become 2 now. Okay. So now again coming here, after these two, after shifting our variables, again coming here, now i's value will become 4. Is it in range? No, it is not in range. We have to print our Fibonacci series till n. So this loop will get terminated and we'll come out from this loop. Okay, so we will get 0, 1, 1 as our output. So I hope you have understood how to print Fibonacci series. So that's all about this video. Thank you so much.